Okay, what's up, loves? It's a new day that the Lord has made. I gotta thank my Trinity. Thank y'all, Trinity. Hallelujah. Amen. For the ones that rocking me. Let's get this great debate. Let's keep it real, raw, respectful, uncalled Q. For the ones that don't, you missed out. 21 gun salute. Right? Now, I did not lie about devoting my Tupac Shakur video, voting a whole video to Tupac Shakur. Okay? But a lot has transpired since then. So I haven't got around to gathering all my information to do the proper video that Tupac Shakur deserves. But what I will say is this. Tupac Shakur was a very real, rare, raw, unapologetically himself person, okay? And a lot of people in this industry have been lying from the pits of hell about Tupac Shakur for many years. And I'm tired of it. Okay, I just can't take it anymore. And so I am going to devote a single video talking about Tupac Shakur, why I still love Tupac Shakur, why I will always love Tupac Shakur, and why I have more respect for Tupac Shakur than anybody in the music industry in 2023. Okay, I will do that. But today I want to talk about letting go and forgiving people. Okay, because I had to walk away from this platform because the devil was using these people, right? And when I say the devil used everybody from 2016 to 2023, I mean absolutely he did. In the business world, not just in my personal life, in the professional world. These people was in professional places like the water company, transmission company, businesses, like, to help you do stuff with your business. In the event world, the devil used a lot of people. And I always knew what I had. God showed me early on who I was and what his purpose was for me. So I was never selling my soul to get my products to the market. And what I mean by that is hiring the wrong people that's going to willingly screw over you, because the Bible warns you about contracts in the Bible, right? So I was just like, no. And I hired the Titanic, and he was the devil, okay? The devil showed up first. And no, I did not want to go down that road, lock myself into that 6-year contract with this demonic force, because he was not of God and it was wrong spiritually. So that's what took me so long when it comes to the Morax products that everybody has been hearing about since 2016, because I always knew what I had, right? So, but I got my art coming out. That's the only thing that I'll have available, because when you start a new business, you have to play many roles, and I have nobody but me and my team. We all believe in the Trinity to build the dream when it comes to the other Morax products, okay? So that's a process. So those products will be coming near the near future, okay? And I went back to give me a page on this platform that I had left because the devil had used so many people. I decided to take a year break, but it was really due to the fact that this woman the devil had used her, because again, my family had been affected by gun violence in more ways than one. And her nephew shot my innocent cousin and repeatedly shot him, kept looking him in his face. And this family was all over social media, trying to show out for social media, making posts, just talking about us like we wasn't crap, when the truth is their nephew was a menace to society, to anybody's society that he was in. He lived by it and he died by it. But they had been lying for so long. They started to believe those lies. That's why I tell y'all, those lying demons come with more than legion. And I want to say they come with more than the spirits of Sodom and Gomorrah. And God in heaven despises liars, so it's serious. So these people had just been lying. And instead of them people saying, well, this dude is not, his last name is totally different from mine. But their nephew that shot my cousin, we share the same last name. They didn't say anything to us. So I had finally had enough, and then she had the nerves to send for me. And again, I told y'all I love King Von, because King Von did the right thing, and I was pissed when they set King Von up like that, because I believed in knuckle sandwiches. That's how I came up. That's how I grew up, and I was something else. Okay, I don't call myself the silverback gorilla for nothing. They don't come from the jungle that I came from. I had to raise myself since I was 11 years old. Both of my parents got on drugs. That's why I love Tupac Shakur, because he and I share a lot of similarities. We're both born in June. He's born on the 16th. I'm born on the 6th. He's born 71. I'm born in 76. And both of our mothers was on drugs. So both of my parents was. So I grew up angry. And I thank God for Krishan Rock, because I watched my parents fight. So that create a new creature in you. And then you go out here in these streets and all this stuff be happening to you. So you be from a different jungle. So fighting was what I was good at. And I was being judged by my last name since I was in grade school. So when these demonic forces from my mother's bloodline went against my last name, you know, I had no choice but to stand up and defend my last name. And these people were so wicked and evil, they didn't know what was going on, or they seen what was going on. They didn't know everything that was going on. They just jumped up and started talking, because most people just open up their mouth with opinions because they could talk, not because they have something to say. And instead of them trying to figure out what was going on, but this lady just started talking. Oh, you got into it with your family. Don't come over here trying to recruit us. No. That wasn't it. She was talking all this stuff about me because I had her fake sisters on my page, and since my family had been affected by gun violence in more ways than one, and it was their nephew that shot my innocent cousin. Just because my little cousin came back and killed y'all nephew, that does not justify y'all nephew shooting my innocent cousin, because y'all nephew wasn't innocent. He was a menace to society, anybody's society that he was in. So I sat down to be the bigger person and say this platform is for gun violence victims, families, members, innocent family members. But they were so wicked and evil, they started to believe that lie. So they was coming for me. So when she sent for me, I was so mad. Because, again, I had an anger problem. I had beat so many folks up. They said be the anger management. I was always in anger management. But them people was putting that white stuff up their nose, so that kind of kept them too damn hype, if you will. And I was just too much on my own. I was trained to go. I was already ready to go from just my last name. So when these people from my mother's bloodline went against my last name for money and just to be wicked and evil, when they late uncle's wife was sitting in the position she was because they gave it to her in the honor of them, that let me see how wicked and evil those people was. And in the meantime, I'm battling with these wicked forces and all the wicked and evil stuff they was doing, which God had showed me these people in a dream. We was standing on my grandmother's lot. We was on this brown crate, and I was beating the crap out of the wicked attraction. While I'm beating them up, my older sister from my mother's side and my aunt from my mother's side was standing in the yard, and they had their lips beat up like... And I was beating the crap out of two people, and I was thinking, why is my sister let me beat these people up? Because she wouldn't let me fight two people, right? Because we grew up fighting, but she took a different path. You know, she got on drugs, and then it was just me out here. So that's why I'm the untamed silverback gorilla, and I've been banned and barred from every club in this town. You know, nobody but me. But I ain't. That's just who I was back in those days. So I was thinking, why would she be letting me fight these two people? And in the dream, all their faces start coming like spirits. So God showed me these people was demons in that dream. That was before that all-white party. That's no lie. And in the process, I tried to make something right with this wrong male. He and I was never going to be together because he wasn't crap and he was still stuck back there. And I had grown way past that stuff. So I had tried to make something right with him because I hurt his feelings. And I was trying to make it right with him. But all he was trying to do is get back and be on that old crap that I was no longer there. I had grew way past that. So I had to move because I got into it with these people. Now these people asked me to come out here and save this house. So when we get into it on Facebook, she on there talking stuff, talking about lying. And I was like, oh, do you need me to move? She said, start packing. So I was like, cool. So I found me a house in 2 days, and I was out. And she was so evil and wicked. She tried to prevent me from moving. Just so happens, sweetheart, you will lose this house if you play with me, because I wasn't nobody fool. But they did that. Why? Because them folks is of the devil. And she a fool. She don't even believe in God. And they don't believe in God, period. They play with that Bible. But they ain't got no real open, active relationship with God, because if they did, they would never did the devil's work like they did. So our roads are permanently up. And as far as the dude go, our road had been up. I wasn't tripping on nothing he was doing. And yeah, when I had the movie, he's sitting up here trying to make something be about him when it's nothing crack. And boy, you ain't hitting on nothing. You run around here doing that stuff to everybody. You really embarrassing. And now, it's just like, it's no flex that I love that dude as long as I did. It's no flex. That's no flex. It's disgusting. It really isn't. I done forgave myself, and I done forgave these people too. But in the meantime, I done got into it with all these people, and their nephew get killed. And I sit down and I try to send my deepest sincere condolences. And this lady turned around and let the devil use her. Started talking like her nephew hadn't shot my innocent cousin. Looked him in his face and kept on shooting him. And if they really loved that nephew, they would have told him to turn himself in. They would have sent him to jail. And then my other cousin could have came back a couple of months later and sent him to hell. And that's just the truth, But that lady made me so mad. I took a year off, and I was like, no, and all those wicked and evil folks that the devil used from my mother bloodline, that wrong male doing all that evil, wicked, dumb crap, all that crap. I don't even like to tell all the stuff that they did or he did, okay? Because them people has been forgiven and our roads are permanently up. But it's just like, let go. They ain't welcome back in my life. They're not. They done lost all access to me, all rights, right? So when this lady forgets that they're lying about their nephew being this petty drug dealer versus a menace to anybody's society that he was in, and I was trying to do the right thing, that took me back down, that silver rolled down my back, and I was ready to react in a way that I had no business reacting with everything that God has blessed me with, and I'm using all my God gifts and talents, and they wasn't worth it. That's why a lot of people was getting away with stuff. Kids coming up my house, knocking on the doors, but I knew their bloodline wasn't about that. I knew your bloodline was weak, and I know who I am, so I was really trying to save kids. So, but yeah, the devil was using a lot of people during that time, and I would not rock with anybody that put the Morox Marathon in jeopardy and wanted me to turn into that silverback gorilla in 2023. And this is my last time talking about them folks. But when I got back on that platform, I was sent the song and it sent me back down memory lane. I've forgiven these people, no doubt. Our roads are permanently up, but I still remembered. And I still got, pissed off because how the heck can you be talking stuff about me, my last name, anybody with the last name as mine, when you know the truth about your nephew? And I didn't know that they knew everything that their nephew did. From the time he got up that day to the time he shot my cousin, innocent cousin, looking him in his face and kept on shooting him, to the time he went to bed, to the time he was killed by my other cousin. They knew everything he did. It was funny. He was crazy. He was from East St. Louis. And to God don't like ugly, and he reaped what he sowed. And then they turned around and twisted and started talking stuff about us like he was innocent because they lied to the news. They lied to the newspaper. They lied to the court system. Time he was a petty drug dealer versus a menace to society. So yeah, that made me angry because y'all been lying for so long, but don't come for me because I sat down and did the right thing. We didn't hear from anyone when their nephew shot one of us. So yeah, that made me mad because it's like all the evil, wicked stuff that people do. If you continue to let these people lie, they will lie so much, they will believe their own lies. And then they get on social media and start telling these lies, and they can't stop themselves from lying because they're getting the attention from other people. They're getting the sympathy. Oh, that's so sad. And you lying the whole time. If that's not wicked and evil, what is? Just like what every last person from 2016 and my mother's bloodline, that wrong male, their people did some wicked and evil crap. And again, God gave me a new set of eyes and a new set of ears. And when I think about all the wicked and evil crap that they did, they have been totally forgiven for. But our roads are permanently up. The fact that they think that they can slither back around, I think that popped my top more than anything. Leave me alone. Y'all ain't welcome back. I would never let any one of those people from my mother's bloodline, that one wrong male that I love, back into my life ever again. Ever. And I would not even give that lady any more time or energy of mine, because September the 11th is the new year. So this will be my last time talking about them folks. Them folks is of the devil, and they need Jesus. And then they had the nerve to say that they move different because they got something to lose. Yet they won't stop lying, and this is sin, and God despises liars. They won't stop being wicked and evil, which will get them cast into hell. They won't stop doing anything to save their souls. But y'all gonna y'all gonna move different because y'all gonna lose some worldly possessions because somebody sat down and finally told the truth about how wicked and evil that y'all was. I think, they need Jesus. Black Jesus, because that was like, oh, you moving different. Because I finally sat down and snapped after your sister with her hummingbird ass, alligator mouth, been talking about my last name. Anybody with the last name, y'all all just sat back with y'all wicked and evil cracks and said nothing. When I get fed up, and I'm inviting this chick to the ring with an NDA because I'm standing up for all innocent victims like myself against these wicked and evil people that lie so much they start to believe their own lies and they take stuff out on innocent family members. And y'all don't have that right. So that's what I basically did. But I'm just over it. And I got rid of everybody that I don't think is real. And then I'm going to go take another break. And when I come back, I got a few females. And I got somebody from their family. And, when I see them commenting on something, and I ain't see them commenting until after I done sat down and invited them to the ring, then I feel like that you taking a shot. And I told y'all I can't let them slide and I can't let them skate. So, no, I did what I did for a reason because I'm permanently closing these people out. Don't come for me unless you got an NDA. And they ain't going to sign them NDAs because they cowards, right? And if they do, I'm going to do what I do best, period. Okay? So, you just have to let go of people and you have to let God. And you have to keep God first, God in heaven. You have to have an open, active relationship with God. You need to stay in the word of God daily. You need to seek God daily. You need to seek God for everything that you need to succeed in this life. Because the devil is going to use people. And he will use everybody around you just like he did. I survived that 7-year attack from 2016 to 2022 from that wrong male, 2017, 2023. From family members, business people, everywhere. The devil was coming from all angles. So I have to tell how good God is. And I didn't always keep it still. I thought God would think that I should, because God don't think like man. He don't think like man at all. So yeah, I was happy to come on and tell people I survived them attacks. But at the same time, I had to come on and permanently seal that deal with those demonic forces. No, back up, leave me alone, because those evil, wicked spirits like that, the only way to shut them up is to invite them into a ring, because they ain't coming. So shut up, because I wouldn't even say nothing else if you ain't signed that NDA, because it just shows that you're a coward. You just on here talking because you can and not because you have something to say, right? You're just talking because it's for the net and it's cap, and you're just showing out for the internet. So that's on you. You can continue too after I came back and shut you up. Okay? Because this ain't that. Now, again, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm not perfect and I fall short, but I keep God. And I keep getting up and I keep going. So this is kind of 18 minutes and I'm going to go, y'all. I'm going to do my Tupac Shakur next, but I'm still gathering my information and I want to devote at least 20 minutes to Tupac, okay? Because I love Tupac Shakur. But I wanted to come on and just let my YouTube family and friends know that we getting it together, y'all. And it's been a minute since I did something for my YouTube. I like to call us siblings, right? Because if we got God, then we're siblings and we're the chosen ones. We're the blessed ones, okay? So for the blessed ones, it's been a minute, right? Now, so until the next time, keep God first, be blessed and be a blessing to others, and I am out.